Live from Dearborn Heights. Actually, Dearborn, right? Folks, hang on a second. We're doing some technical things behind the scenes here. Oh, crap. Some very technical stuff behind the scenes here.
So here we are again. Back to
square one once again. We'll be right with you, folks. Don't worry. Don is trying to handle something. I know it's going to make a difference now. We'll see. So just sit there and twiddle your thumbs for a few minutes because he's focused on doing this. So we'll get there. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
You want to talk about what we're going to talk about today?
I can do that, but I can't really see the screen, so I'm just going to have to wing it. I will just have to wing it. So yeah. I'm Scott, he's Don, and he's typing, and then we're going to talk about real estate. That's what's going to happen today.
I'm Mel.
So, and she's Mel over there, yeah. So let's see. Don, are you ready?
All right.
You good?
Let's see. Well, we're going to see.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I'm telling you. Can we do it the real way now? Or no?
This is normal.
All right.
You're not asking them how they're doing either.
Forget it.
You ready?
You got to figure it out. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Scott.
I'm Don.
Wait.
I'm Mel.
And we're talking real estate. So we got all kinds of things going on. We got the Mike McLaughlin. He is fired up over there. I see him jumping up and down, doing backflips, all kinds of great stuff down there at the old home shop. He's ready to rock and roll. We're going to talk about your favorite subject, getting wet in the water, right?
Where'd that come from?
I don't know. I'm just making it up.
I like that, but yeah, pools. Pools.
We're talking about pools today because somebody posed a question to us about pools. So Don and I did some deep research to try to figure things out. We're going to show you some cool stuff that realtors see. Not weird stuff this time, but some cool stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So before we do, guys, tell us where you're logged in. We got Babs Phillips. Where's Babs coming in from? Irish Hills?
Irish Hills.
We got my man, Zach Wilkowitz from Riverview. We got all kinds of good stuff.
Hills of Ireland.
That's right.
So, hey, I want to tell you something. So I referred one of our first guests, John Green and Morse, moving to a friend of mine for some moving. He's moving from here to up in the Thumb area. So he's moving a few hours away. A couple hours away. And so we called John up. John came out and totally loved John. John's that type of guy. I told him, you're going to love the guy anyways. You're going to, no matter what. And got an estimate. He had a few estimates, and he's going with John. And just loved John. Called me up right after John left, and John probably was just out the door. Door hit him in the butt while he's going out, and he's calling me up about him. And he was so really happy with John. So my whole point in bringing that up is that we try to have really good service-oriented people, referral partners, to refer to people. And we get these messages from people that we referred some of our referral partners to, and we never share that with you. And I just wanted to share that. I thought it was really a good thing to share. And I think we want to do something like that more as time goes on.
Absolutely. I'll add something to it, Don, that we should be the first person you call if you need somebody for the house. Like I had somebody call me today, hey, do you know a good electrician? Mm-hmm. Absolutely, I do. I sure do, right? Or hey, do you know this? Hey, do you know that? Sometimes you'll catch where I don't know somebody because I'm going to refer somebody I trust, either they work at my house or has done continuous work with good people that we know, right?
Yeah.
I tell you who I'd love to refer people to.
And sometimes we don't have somebody, and we'll be honest with you. I'll tell you, if I don't have somebody in that field that I trust and respect and know they're going to show up and do the job properly, I won't refer anyone.
Absolutely. Dusty's Cleaning. Dusty's Cleaning, who was on a couple weeks ago. She's a phenomenal cleaner. She's on Groseal, and she does all over the area. I'm having her do a cleanup at my house in Dearborn not too long from now. So one final cleaning over. So definitely phenomenal people. So we're always going to give you good referrals as best we can. Okay, that's what we're going to do.
All right, let's get to it. Let's get to the show. Who we got up next? Big Mike, Mortgage Minute Mike. But it's never 1 minute. I don't know.
Mr. Mike. I like Mr. Mike. Mr. Mike.
But it's never 1 minute.
It sounds like he's from a foreign country. He's Mr. Mike, but that's all right. Mr. McLaughlin, how are you, sir?
Hey, gents. How are you guys this evening?
So hang on a second here. Did you have a birthday?
I did. I had a birthday yesterday. Thank you for
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. That was terrible. Happy birthday to you. And Mike, just so you know, Mel did not sing. Just so you know. She didn't sing one bar of that.
So Mike hit it. Mike,
look at he's all frustrated now. Look at him.
I think when he saw us start, when he heard you start,
very disappointed.
I don't sing and I don't get behind the camera.
But do you dance?
I used to.
All right. See, there we go.
Mike, when it looked like your face looked like when he started singing, he just started cringing, like, "Oh, you got to be kidding me, bro!"
Please, you should have heard Don trying to do "Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls" a few minutes ago. Okay,
no,
it doesn't. He couldn't do that to the way he was doing. No way.
Stick to the river.
Yeah, right. TLC.
To.
So, Michael, our subject today is going to be something that you know a lot about. Pools we're talking about. So give us your best pool fact or best pool tip.
Let's see. Pool tip. I think, if I remember correctly, if you're doing an FHA loan and the pool has a cover on it, the FHA appraiser is not required to look inside of it. So if there's any issues with the pool that we maybe don't want brought to light, I don't think they have to be. Now, you put me on the spot.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I remember a situation where there was a known problem with the pool, but because it was covered, the appraiser is not required to inspect it. So
wow,
that's interesting. That's something I never even thought of.
That's a great tip to know.
Yeah.
Wow. Nothing, no maintenance pool tips from you though, because you're a pool guy. I got a pool.
Well, we just have a little above ground pool. I guess I would say, okay, here's a good one. If you're buying a house or you're in the market to buy a house, and you want a pool, then that's a good time, maybe in your inspection period to find out what your easements are and what your limitations are to where you might be able to put it. So the old ounce of prevention being worth a pound of cure.
Not bad at all. I like that. So, Michael, tell us, what do we got in mortgage world today? Anything fun, exciting?
Well, we're still staying really busy. We still got a lot of people out there shopping. Rates are still staying low. We've come down. We still continue to come down off of those. We kind of peaked maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they have been returning. They have been coming back down, so they've been trending down. So that's good news. All the recent economic indicators have been good for mortgage rates, and obviously also for the stock market. The stock market has recovered a little bit off of it. Got kicked a little bit. It looks like it's almost fully recovered from where it went down to. So they got scared a little bit with the Federal Reserve talking about inflation and inflationary environment that we're in, and that they may have to start at least not cutting back anymore on the Federal Reserve rate and limiting that. But it feels like that the market has steadied itself from that. So really, we're full steam ahead. Rates are not trending upward; they're flat or trending downward. So the market's great. And it's a great time to sell and buy.
So Michael, let me ask you this question. So with all this inflation talk and all that stuff in the public eye, is that you're not seeing any effect of that or anything like that?
We saw, like I said, a little bit of stimulation to the stock market went down a little bit for a couple of days, and so did mortgages. Kind of got hit a little bit for a couple of days, but they've been trending back. And I feel like as far as the mortgage rate goes, we probably recovered any losses from when they made those comments about inflationary. There's a little bit of a knee-jerk reaction anytime that the Federal Reserve says anything other than that was predicted to be said.
Yeah.
So, but then economic indicators come out and they show different things that lend support to the market, and when that happens, we start to get those losses back. So no, we're we're not overly concerned about, we still think that rates are going to continue to be low because of the market that we're in, that they're going to need to keep rates low to allow the economy to recover. And yeah, we don't have any reason to think that rates are going to do anything outlandish. They're going to stay low for the next couple of years. So,
the next couple of years, that's awesome. That's good to hear, because I feel like that gives people more confidence, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's been anything in the market or in the reaction that has said anything other than that. The market's reacted in such a way that would make you believe that rates are going to stay low, because there was that initial knee jerk, but they've recovered all those losses and things are looking good. So,
all right, Michael. So let's ask the more fun question. Memorial Day weekend is a kickoff of summer. What do you got going on?
Yeah, we're just gonna kick it around the homestead. That's the way we roll over here.
Yeah, but what are you making to eat, buddy? Come on.
Oh yeah, we'll get some steaks probably. Maybe get some porterhouses from over at Jim's Butcher Shop there on Telegraph. Little shout out to a veteran-owned business over there on Telegraph in Flat Rock. Jim's.
So you always get your meat. You get your meat from there.
A lot. I like that. They have great quality meat at a great price, and they also have a lot of homemade pies and stuff in there, like homemade pumpkin cake.
There we go.
Pies,
there
baby.
it is. There's the reason.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
One kind of pie that Scott likes.
Yes, it is.
Every pie.
What is that pie?
Every pie.
That's right.
All right, there you go.
I'll do pie, buddy. Cake, you will not get me to eat cake. It's just not going to happen. A
No
pie,
cake.
I'm weird with cake. I don't know. It's a
We
weird.
don't like the cakes from over at Sweet Tooth, which is in Allen Park there on Allen Road.
See, he knows all the good spots.
Yeah, no kidding.
He knows all the good spots. I'm telling you.
He's dropping all of them.
You're dropping some names, baby.
Yeah.
Get some
I'm getting
advertising.
referral fees. I got to check off which ones I'm getting.
Michael, listen, Memorial Day, I have been waiting for this summer I feel like we all have, where it feels like the world's going to loosen back up, open back up a little bit, and life's going to start to move on. Right?
Yes.
Somebody was saying that they're going to see a concert. I mean, that's summer. That's summer to me. Concerts and going to the lake, going outdoors, and being out. That's the thing.
Yep.
Getting gathering with friends and family. Yep, for sure. All right,
Michael, listen, I'll tell you what. Any other dimes you want to drop on us? Because you put some zingers in there.
Yeah, I just say like what you guys are talking about when it comes to referrals for, furnace guys, for electricians. Hey, Scott will tell you, I go to him when I need one as well. So when I need a referral, these guys are knee deep in the industry. They're constantly using handymen. They're constantly using people that are licensed in various fields, from foundation work all the way to air conditioning installation. So I count on Scott to refer me when I need a good professional in the field as well. So
absolutely. And Babs, listen, you and Kreitz, I don't get paid in pies. It might look like I get paid in pies, but I don't get paid in pies. All right, that's not how it works. I will eat some porterhouse and McLaughlin sometimes, but I will not get paid in pies. I'm sorry.
Is that a dream? Is that a dream? Money?
Coconut cream pie, maybe. Coconut cream pie, maybe. Maybe.
Meatballs.
Huh? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Michael, listen, we always love having you, sir. We will talk to you next week.
All right, guys.
Thanks,
see you,
Mike.
bud.
Happy
Thanks.
Memorial Day.
Happy birthday again, my friend.
And happy birthday. Yep.
Thank you.
All right. Don, we got to fire up the energy a little bit. We're a little low right now. I can't handle that. All right. Let's talk about pools. Rich Roberts posed that question about pools 2 weeks ago.
He did.
And we got to come up with pools. So our first question to the audience is, have you ever had a pool? We know McLaughlin's had a pool. Don said he had one growing up. My uncle had one. I used to go across Telegraph to hang out at his house and go to his pool. But I never had a pool myself.
Yeah.
I may be getting a pool. That may be happening. We'll see. But
so in my neighborhood, we had a pool, and I don't think anybody else did for a few years while we had it. So everybody would come over to our house and play in the pool. And it was fun. It was one of the I have really good memories about that.
So your parents made friends for you? You got a pool? Yeah. Nobody would hang out with Don until they got a pool. See?
So you got a pool, yeah. So during the winter,
Don,
not so much.
Like, so
can't be in the pool in the winter.
We're not gonna, guys. Growing up, there you go. See, growing up, I had a pool. Kathy said she had a pool. Yep, I love my pool. See, people loving that pool. Steve, Gregory, my best friend. There he is. Good to see you, Steve. Good to see you, buddy. So, Don, let's talk about some things that are important when we're talking pools.
Okay.
Because I can tell you right now, I have a nice deal, and I showed the clip of it. One that Huron Township, where they have a gorgeous deck and pool that these folks are trying to buy, and things are coming into it. And the first thing is zoning stuff, right?
What do you mean things are coming into it?
So there's a part like, so they have it. Their whole pool is built over an easement a little bit. So there's some concerns about different, like there's a storm drain covering being over a storm drain and stuff like that. So zoning's a big deal, yeah?
Absolutely.
So what kind of things do you got to think about? Again, guys, every municipality is going to be a little different. To my understanding, there's some things we looked at today, right? But what things do you have to look for?
Well, you should definitely probably get a permit, I would suspect, or at least talk to your city or township just to make sure what you need to do to follow the guidelines for a pool. And if it's going to work in your backyard, you may not be able to fit a pool in there based on what they require. For example, a fence, how far around is it? Minimum 3 feet around the pool. Can it be farther than that? How tall should the fence be? Wires, overhead wires are a big issue. What's that?
They have to get moved if you have a pool.
Yeah. So or you move the pool somewhere where maybe the wires aren't overhead. And what you said about zoning and having it on the back of it on an easement, the cities are not going to allow that sort of stuff. So it's important to check with them first to see if it's even possible, and if it is, figure out where you would put it. What size of a pool will you be able to put in that spot? And then you can start going down the list of the other things that we're going to discuss after you have that figured out.
Well, just some basic things, guys, right? Like, so we're talking overhead wires. One of the numbers I saw, this was Livonia. Again, I don't know if they're uniform across the board, but 22 feet in the air it had to be. Mm-hmm. It's way the hell up there.
It is.
I mean, like that means that thing should better not either be above you or it better be way in the heck up in the air, right?
Well, that's a little over 2 stories from the ground.
Yep.
So if you have your pool, then you have 2 stories, a little over 2 stories from that. You're looking almost three stories. So that's 30. That's all 30 feet.
I saw one that said every walkway has got to be at least 3 feet wide, right?
Yeah.
In a couple of cities.
Right.
So, guys, the first thing you got to do is check out your city code, your city websites. I would start there, or call a city and see what kind of requirements they have. Mm-hmm. I know Wilkowitz is in Woodhaven. They had to have an alarm on the back door of their house when they had little kids, because if you open it, the alarm goes off. You know somebody's not. I mean, like, and again, I get it, man. But sometimes it's like I would never even think of those things. Like, you got to have a fence around it, and you got to have an alarm for it. I mean, I don't know. That's a lot of stuff.
The electricity to the
a big responsibility.
Yeah, I agree.
It is, and people drown. It happens often. So, having the underground electrical wire going to near the filter and the heater and whatever you have, and how is that grounded? I mean, you have water near electricity. You got to make sure that you're safe. And your guests are safe.
Yeah, I get it, but I mean, I guess some of that stuff is precautionary against unexpected guests, right? Either kids leaving the house that aren't going, you know what I mean? Or somebody hopping the fence. Like, that's the other thing I think about. Somebody hops your fence and has a problem in your pool, you're liable. That's weird.
Right.
That's weird to me.
So, and then which leads me to another thing, since you said that, which we don't have on the list, is you might want to talk to your homeowner's insurance company to make sure that you have coverage for things like that.
So listen to this. Throw that one on top there. So our one of our historians on here, Brenda Sennett, says the first residential pool was on the Vanderbilt estate in 1895. That's a cool fact. She's always good for stuff like that. She has all kinds of good information.
Yeah, Jerry, that's cool.
That's different. 1895 was the first actual residential pool. Pretty cool.
And I'm sure that was a really, really nice pool.
Vanderbilt. Yeah, it was probably gold. You dive into gold. That's what you do.
Big as a lake.
Yeah, no kidding. So what else? Give me a number 2. Give me something else.
The second one would be, once you know you can put a pool there, determine your budget. What kind of a pool will you put in? How big of a pool? Will it be above ground, in ground, or in ground? And how much are you going to spend on that? And the amenities that go around it as well.
Well, so think about it. You're talking about 3 different types, right? You're talking about the inflatable kind of pool you can get from Walmart or something like that. What's that? $100, couple $100?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll keep you wet. That'll keep you cool, right? It'll be this tall or whatever. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then you got the hard above ground pool,
right?
For a couple $grand or something like that, maybe, you know. Mm-hmm. And then you got in the ground pools, man alive. I'll tell you what, buddy. I reached out to a couple companies just to start thinking about that process. They're talking about $45,000, $50,000.
Yeah, for an in-ground pool.
And here's the funniest thing. Here's what they tell you. We can't do it for a year and a half, but we need you to deposit right now. If you give me a deposit right now, I'll do it in a year and a half.
Yeah.
Think about that for a minute, man. That's kind of crap, isn't it? Because they're so busy. And they're busy. No.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that many people want pools, right?
Yeah.
So you got to think of when you determine your budget. You got to think of, okay, do you want inflatable pool I got from Walmart, which again it'll do the job,
Pools too.
right? It'll do it, but it'll do the job.
$500.
And then you go, hard above the ground pool, a little more. You go in the ground pool, even more, right? So I mean, that's when you determine your budget. You got to think about those things.
You have choices, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
everything from very inexpensive to very, very expensive.
well, and then you got to start talking about stuff like, is it going to be vinyl, right? Or is it going to be fiberglass? Fiberglass probably going to last longer, right?
Or concrete.
Right. Or concrete, right. And biggest thing I can say,
Gunite. They have gunite too.
huh?
Or a shipping container.
Ooh, very nice.
Those are fun.
Is a swimming pool?
No, I never seen that before.
Yeah, they're all different sizes, and you should Google it.
Really?
Shipping container pools. They're
Shipping
awesome.
container pools, people.
Huh.
That's the
Wow.
newest trick from Mel. Mel's throwing shipping container pools at you. So even the cheap pools from Walmart are 2 and 3 times more expensive this year than
Wow. Yeah.
So that's the
There's a
truth.
good- That's
Yeah.
very interesting.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm in.
I want to tell you this story. So I think I'm correct in this. My cousin who does very well for himself, he dug. I think he made it cheaper. He dug his own pool. Like he didn't. I don't think he poured the rest of his in-ground pool, but he and my other cousin who had a backhoe, they backhoed it all out. I mean, because that's hard. The hard part, right? Digging through stuff. That's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, I bet you that's a third of the cost at least, right? So that's pretty sharp.
So what did they put in it? Did they do that, or they just
They
did
dug
the
it, and then they got the
They
rest of
let
the
somebody else
pool, right?
finish
They
it
did
off.
that. That's like the what do you call it? Like the when you tear demo work almost, right? Yeah. So you want to save yourself some money, dig up the part of the pool. So pretty cool stuff. Yeah.
All right. So next up, we have what kind of maintenance do you think you'll be doing? Do you want to do maintenance? A lot of this stuff is maintenance free or automated.
Here's the thing: everybody I've ever known that had to do maintenance on a pool bitches about it all the time.
Yeah.
Everybody. Friend of mine in Southgate, she's like, I had to do the pool out. I had to vacuum the pool out. Somebody else. I mean, people always bitch about vacuuming out the pool.
Well, they do have automated vacuums now where it just goes back and forth.
But do you think it gets it all?
If it's there for a few hours, yeah, I do. And then if it stirs it up a little bit, it ends up in the filter anyways.
Yeah.
As it flows through. So
I'm just telling you that everybody I know always
do it.
bitches about cleaning the pool.
Oh, I admit, it wasn't fun. Cleaning the pool wasn't the fun part.
Yeah. I mean, so I guess think of it this way. So, there she is. Barb Banya says, I love my pool, but it's a pain. That's my girl. See, she knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm coming over to that pool this summer, girl. I can tell you that right now. So it better be open. All right. You hear me saying that? I hope you do.
So you want to maintain it in really, really good condition because it can be a valuable asset.
Yep.
How many pools do we go and see down the road that are the liner's torn, that's the water's green, the cover's ripped up and blowing in the wind, or in a built in-ground pool, around the sides the cement's broken up and heaving, and that's not a really a good way to sell the house with it in that condition. You want to keep it maintained. So it takes work. You want to make sure the cement keeps.
She is a good time, Barb. You're the best, just so you know. But Don, think about this for a minute, okay? The house in Huron Township, I told you guys, it was like being a resort. In the pool, they had like little on the side of it. They had three little like geyser sprinkler things coming off. It was badass.
Yeah,
I felt like I was at some club somewhere. It was little sprinkler things coming out of the pool. The water was crystal clear. It had a huge deck where you could put a bunch of chairs everywhere. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So on the flip side of that, it's a huge asset, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like this. I mean, they put that money that they went after that house because of that pool.
Yeah. And not only that, all the fun that you get with it too.
So saltwater pools, right? That's a newer thing.
Yeah.
So did you ever have a saltwater pool?
No, they weren't around in those days. Salt water was at the ocean.
Yeah. So I tell you what, I tasted the water. I put my hand into one of these. It doesn't taste the water. You could barely taste it. It wasn't like you wouldn't feel like you're in the ocean, but it's got to be better on your eyes and your skin and stuff, don't you think?
I don't know about the eyes, but I'm sure the skin.
Right. So chlorine or salt water.
Yeah.
Chlorine or salt water. You know what I mean? That's the big decider, right?
And I would think with the salt water, it's not as obviously as rough on the skin and getting inside your body, because the water is getting, even with chlorine, it's getting into your body.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I like the saltwater thing, but I have no idea on the maintenance on that and the upkeep of a saltwater.
It sounds like it might be less chemicals and less stuff. I think.
Less chemicals. I get that, but how much work is it? So that's interesting. I remember
Still the same amount of bacteria. You gotta make sure. It's,
Barb, what do you got? Do you got a salt water or what do you got over there? You got salt water or chlorine, Barb Banier? What do you got? Yeah, do they have a fish tank like you?
I remember growing up, we had you had this tester, and you would test the chlorine, and there was some other pH. Yeah, the pH, and like put the drops in red or yellow or green, or I don't even remember the colors. And you spell it out, and then
so after we get our last one, I'm going to tell you a funny story about the pool. But fifth one is the landscaping around it, right?
Landscaping, lighting, and water features. And you mentioned one of the water features, the
little sprinkler. I was like, that's the greatest thing in the world.
Cascading waterfalls. There's just some really cool things. The lighting that you can do these days are just outstanding.
What about pool and then little alcove for hot tub?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's pretty sweet too. Mel's got one of those at her house.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
No, come on, Mel. Get one of those. It is on your wish list. Okay. So, Don, I'll tell you guys a pool story. Ready for this? When I was a kid, we went to my uncle's house over in North Robichaud side of Dearborn Heights there off Telegraph, west of Telegraph. We go there all the time and go to the pool, okay? I was probably like 9 or 10 years old, right? So they always told you if you peed in the pool turn a color, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm not paying attention. So I turn I'm like, oh wait, turn this way. My uncle, who's a jokester, pour some chemicals in the pool. It looked like I pissed my pants in the pool. I was like crying. I'm like, what? I didn't do it. I start crying like a little kid. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. So Uncle Joe.
And that was 3 years ago, ladies.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Last week.
Yeah. So when I saw that, I think it's Grown Ups or whatever, the one, the Adam Sandler movie, is that what it is?
Yes.
Where they show that they all have it. That happened to me way before that movie was popular. So Joe Wojcinski, thank you for making me crazy about pools. Barb's got chlorine in her pool, so there you go.
Hey, so going back to a story like that, I remember I was training for a marathon, for triathlon, and the pool it was a local pool around here, and sometimes the little kids would get in there, and if a little kid pooped, you had to get out. Everybody had to get out, and it reminded me of that movie. What was it? Caddyshack, where's
Baby Ruth.
Yeah, Baby Ruth.
You're killing
So,
me.
anyways, so it happened a couple times. You're out, when you're swimming and you're trying to get your laps in, to get out of the pool is kind of a little.
Look at even Steve Price knew that was coming that way. You're killing me. I was trying to be, little child memory and stuff. Don goes with disgusting stuff. Yeah. Unbelievable. Disgusting.
I didn't do it as a little kid.
So, guys, again, let's kind of recap these. So, first, zoning laws. Go to your local municipality, check out the website, call them, whatever you got to do, see what their requirements are. 2, determine your budget, right? Determine your budget. 3, what type of pool, because there's about a bazillion different factors that go into that. 4, maintenance and circulation and those type of things.
We didn't talk about that too much.
Yeah, and then 5.
But we did talk about the type of water, if it's a chlorine or salt water system.
Right, and then 5 is your landscaping. So those are the things you got to think about when you're thinking about a pool. All right, so
all in a nutshell.
Yeah, and guys, I'm telling you, it feels like to me, especially with the year we've had, people are getting pools. I'm telling you, when I reached out to somebody about in ground, the guy told me year and a half, I can do it.
Yeah.
It's a long time from now. You know what I mean?
You may not even want it then.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Have it dug out and put it in yourself.
Yeah, right. I'll do. You want to see me with a backhoe? Please. I'll be digging to China. I'll be digging to China.
Of beer, you'll be good.
So
we hear on the news that Grosse Ile doesn't exist any longer.
That's
Some
right.
guy covered it all up.
A geyser broke at Grosse Ile.
Flooded.
All right, so let's go to what realtors see. Guys, we've got a couple things that I feel like, Don, I see these everywhere now. And it's just, I want to question the audience and see what they think. Yep. I want to
finish up our other questions. We had a couple questions.
Did we?
That's okay.
So first, click the little Google thing. No, go down. My picture, yep. So the first one, Don, a little star in the bottom right. Yeah, there you go. So the first one, Don, you explain this one. Go ahead.
So this a friend of mine that installs granite and quartz countertops, and this right here is the back. Would it be backsplash behind the stove where the stove will be?
Yeah.
And there's a hole up there for the overhead vent, and just the weight of that thing, how, and you keep it up against the wall and the weight of it on that, just incredible work if you really look at it, and it's beautiful. That's a beautiful piece of
it
work.
definitely
It's
is
almost
beautiful.
art.
But then I guess
art.
here's my question by looking at it again. Look at the light that is blocking from the being in the middle of that thing. You know, I'm seeing you got windows on both sides, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know clients of mine that be like, it's blocking the natural light. That's what they would say. Now, it's gorgeous though. It's definitely gorgeous work.
Yeah,
right?
but how many kitchens have that?
Right. No, it's
those
unique.
type of windows, but those type of windows looking out into the backyard like that. Sometimes it's a small window looking at your neighbors.
Yeah. No,
I
I get you.
I think it's sharp.
I
really
think so
like
too.
it.
I agree with you. I'm just saying that's another thing you want to think about is the natural light behind it. So
But
definitely
still,
gorgeous.
those windows are allowing a lot of light in there. I think.
I think it's pretty cool. It'll look interesting with the stove in place.
Yeah.
Right. It'll definitely look interesting.
Yeah.
Right. It'll definitely look interesting with the stove
Especially
in
a
place.
really nice Viking stove or something really nice.
Like you guys got at your
scale,
place?
So no.
Oh, okay. I thought you had a big Viking one of your place.
But I don't think that'll fit. I don't think that'll fit in there. I think it's kind of on the
That's
smaller
a big
side.
I got you.
Restaurant.
And then the other one we got, Mel, is let's see if we got it.
Go to the left. Can't you go to the left? Yeah.
Not that one, the other one. Yeah. Hang on, ladies and gentlemen. Go pick the other one on the far left, right? It should be. There it is. All right. And then go. Chloe, we got smaller, the bottom right, the little line.
Okay,
there.
so I got a question on this one here.
Well, let's get to it first. Let's see if we can get to it. Yep, click that again. You got it. There you go. We'll get there. Yep, right there. Fantastic. All right. So make it big. So Don, I tell you what, I see the exercise bike basement all the time now. I feel like I see that a lot. And I even myself, even though my wonderful shape I got going on here, I got a bike this week and a treadmill, right?
What do you mean you got a bike?
I got a bike like that.
You
that
bought
one. Yeah.
You bought a Peloton?
Not Peloton. Facebook Marketplace. We got a bike. So we got yeah. So, but I'm telling you right now, I'm seeing Peloton bikes everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, tell me about Peloton bikes. Do any of you guys have one of those? I'm seeing them everywhere.
Who doesn't have one?
Right. I don't know. I'm just telling you, I see them
I
a
don't
lot.
have one either.
Like,
but these bikes are really they're a big seller and they're a pretty cool thing, man. With
they're
all
expensive as hell now.
But it's not just the bike; it's the community that you get the access through that screen.
Really?
Yep.
But you have to pay for it. You got to buy.
Yeah, of course.
shoes and
So
you gotta buy
is it?
the-
Of course,
special.
it's not an inexpensive way to work out.
I
It's
mean,
expensive, but you're part of a community, and that's as you see. I'm beginning to think that I don't know if it's true. I know for myself it is more of a being part of a community in a workout atmosphere like that. Encourage you to keep doing it.
Yeah.
so I saw.
I think that's the attraction of that.
I'll tell you this. I saw in a week. I think I saw at least 2 a day for like a week.
Mm-hmm.
Like I see them everywhere, and I thought are they like $4,000?
They're
Yeah.
expensive, yeah.
That's a lot of money, man.
I think there's a backlog to get those things. There's a waiting list to get them right now.
Wow, man! I tell you what, I had to throw that out there to you that it just feels like those bikes are everywhere now.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like to me. They're being recalled. Steve Kreitz says. You can go ahead and close it out now.
Even regular bikes, they're nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
So talking about exercise equipment and stuff, my wife got a rower.
Stop showing. Yeah, there you go. And then right to the right.
So there's a lot of
all the way to
things
the right.
happening out there.
All the way to the very right. Through the lines, all the way to your right. Keep going right. Keep going right.
Keep going right.
Right there you go. There you go. Yeah.
Are we doing another one?
Make it smaller again. I'll make it smaller again. We'll get there, guys. We're getting there.
No idea.
No, let me see.
That's fine.
We'll close it out. We'll get there to close it out. All right. Go there. There we go. There we go. All right. So, Don, anything else you want to share with the folks? So, Patty Gregory, nope,
We had another one.
no more. That's it.
Oh.
That's all we got. Patty Gregory says, my daughter has one and she loves it. So that's the thing. I mean, I don't know. Steve Kreitz says they're being recalled. Somebody else says they love it. I just see them a lot of places, guys. I just see them a lot.
Big seller. Yep.
And I mean, in every kind of house. Now, I'm not talking about just all big houses either. Like I'm like little bitty 1,000 square foot home and has a Peloton bike in the base. I'm like, wow.
It's a community. I'm telling you.
It's different. Definitely different. Definitely
I
different.
want one of those Bowflex
Bowflex?
stair climbers or whatever they are.
You talking about Versa Climber?
I don't know.
Versa Climbers are hard as all get out. I tell you that.
Not one of those.
No,
But the Jacob's ladder. Did you see that?
those are hard too. Yeah. So,
Jacob's ladder.
like I said, I just threw.
No.
Nope.
You You saw Mel? You did? Look at that. See, they saw you. See, just when you thought you were hiding from him, Mel.
It's in the reflection.
There you go.
Hi, Stevie.
All right, guys. So we're going to close it out with this, right? That big important things about pools today we talked about, plus kind of threw some interesting positive things. We usually see crazy stuff, right? Let's throw out some positive things.
Some nice things, yeah.
And like Mike said, the market's still looking pretty good. So if you're thinking about buying or selling, we can make that happen for you. All right? I'm Scott.
Whoa.
What?
Big weekend, big beginning of summer. Go out there, enjoy it.
Be safe.
Enjoy it. Forget about last year.
Be safe.
Forget about last year. COVID's in the past. Move on. Let's move on and get on to the next.
But be safe in this way. Like, don't light a firecracker off in your hand and stuff like that. Not be safe. You got to put a mask on.
Why don't drink and drive?
Yeah, don't do
That's
stupid
what I
stuff.
mean.
Right? You're like,
Don't
you look
drink
at like,
and drive, yeah.
what do you mean be safe? Like, don't have like a firecracker in your hand, throw it up or something, go crazy,
I do that,
or yourself on the grill.
Be safe, but enjoy it. Enjoy the family. Enjoy friends. Enjoy having this. Hopefully, it's gonna be really warm, but enjoy
the
being out.
of going up north.
Yeah, right. Hey, listen,
getting back to normal.
Just enjoy some freedom.
Yeah.
How about that?
Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day to you guys. All right. Now, can we do it?
Now let's see.
All right. I'm Scott.
I'm Don.
I'm Mel.
And we're talking real estate. See ya.